Okay. So that this is an empty scene, but first let's add our characters that we downloaded. Uh, yes, this here. But first, in our resources here, let's create a couple folders. So prefabs, scripts. Let's see. Parameters. And in this, let's create another one with a wizard. And then we'll drop this. And we at the moment we just have idle and running, but later we'll add more. So let me explain how to import these characters. Because we have the character here and then we have the animations. So the first step you see here, it does not have the materials. You see it is white. So we have to go to our rig here first, change the animation to humanoid. And then you see here, it says avatar definition, create from this model. So the avatar is basically, it saves the information about the joints on this character. So we have to do that first. And now we have to extract textures and materials. We'll do that in this folder. So first the textures. Sometimes it may give you this error, but just press fix it. And now the materials as well. Okay. And now we can use the avatar that we created in the animations. So the avatar is this here. Okay, so now we go to our each animation. Also, I think this should be humanoid here. But instead of creating from this model, we copy it from the character like that, and we drag it here, and that should be enough. Let's make sure this one loops because we want this to loop. You see, it's not at the moment. It's not looping. So let's click that. Now it loops. Okay. And now let's do the same for the other one. Yes. So first rig here, humanoid. Copy from other. Drag this here, and make sure it's looping as well. Okay. So now we have everything we need for our character. But first, let's make a platform here in the scene. And we'll make a platform with a tool from Unity. It's called Pro Builder. Wait, what? Not this one, sorry. This one. It's like that. So you see, we can create platforms, and it also helps. It lets you snap objects. So let me demonstrate that actually, just so that you know this is possible. So let's say I make another platform like this, and then I select it, press V, and you see it snaps in place. So you can place objects precisely with this, you see. So let's delete that and retouch this a little bit. On the X, let's say something like 50-50. Don't care about how thick this is. Okay. Let's call that platform. And let's add our character here. We'll just drag it here. Okay, and this needs a couple of things. But for some reason, I don't understand why the camera does not see the platform. Let me play the scene once, because in the game I cannot see it for some reason. Okay. Why don't I see it? That's interesting. Never happened to me before. Uh, okay, let's see where it is. Okay, I see. Yeah, it was positioned incorrectly, the camera. And here we want to first rename this, but first let's unpack it. So it's no longer a prefab. Call it wizard. We have the avatar. We need the animation controller, so we can manage our animations. We call it wizard. And now we can drag it in the animator. And in here we have nothing right now, so we have to add our two animations, the idle and running. Okay, and by default it's idle. Uh, yeah, by default it's idle, and then we can leave them like this, so we can call them by script. But in 3D it's nice if you make a transition so that it doesn't go instantly to the other animation. It actually combines the two animations when you transition. So let's have both ways transitions here. Okay, and we need the condition here. So let's create the bool, call it is moving. And then here, this here has exit time, means you wait some time before transitioning, and we don't want that. So we disable it on both transitions. And then the condition is if it is moving, if it's not moving, then we go, oh sorry, if it is before moving, go to running, and if you're not, then we go to pedal. That should be enough. And this should have a couple of other components. One is rigid body, and in here, constraints. We don't want this to rotate because it interacts with other objects, so we freeze the all dimensions of the rotation here. Now let's add the collider. This is a capsule collider, and now it's hard to resize precisely. I'll try my best, and I'm not sure. Let's put some other material on this platform. I downloaded some materials. Where is this glass here? Yes. And you see here, I downloaded these materials, but you see these are pink here. And this is because we're using a different render pipeline, and you have to go here in the rendering and say convert this to this type of project. And this is your URP, Universal Render Pipeline. So if you have this error and you have pink materials, you can just go edit, render, and then convert this to the type of project that you have. Let's see how this looks. I'm doing this because I cannot see the collider clearly. If it is black, maybe it's easier to see. But where is the material here? I wonder. Yeah, I see it, but it was closed. And now we give it a little time to load. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, that is very correctly placed, that capsule. Okay. I actually want to increase the size of this texture a little bit. Something like that. looks way nicer. So we have to reposition this collider, as you can see. So we just center it, do it like this. And in this case, I don't think it matters. It matters that this collider is bigger than the character, but we'll make it smaller anyway. Okay, and now let's create a script for this. We'll make some simple controls for our wizard. So actually, yeah. So, scripts. And I was thinking we don't want the camera to rotate in any way. It will just be a children of the wizard. So we have a top-down view. So let's find the camera first. Okay. Rotate it a little bit. So like that. Something like that. Okay. But why is my wizard not in the center? Oh, it is in the center. Okay. So it's not the wizard, it is the platform then. Yes, so you see the platform is incorrectly placed. Okay, now it's good. Maybe rotate it a little bit more, like that. Zoom in a little bit. What is this? Oh. How do we zoom? Let's see. Something like that. We'll play with this later. So now we can add this to our character, like that. And in here, we want to get all the components that we need. So digit padding, the animator. So in the start, we get this from our game object. And also, let's have a bool. Let's have two bools here. One will be as control. So and this is the bool. So with this we can have controls over our controls. Maybe at some point we want to stop being want to stop the controls completely. It's good to have a bool. And then another one for moving. So by default it is not moving. Let's say here. So here we get a component stats. So by default it's false, and hence control is true. We have control. We also need a public float move speed, and we can set that in the inspector. And now we need here in the update to get the direction in which the player is moving. So for that we have to create two floats here. So the horizontal axis, this will represent the movement left and right, and then uh, vertical axis is forward and backwards. Um, and let's create here some functions. Controls update, because we need to do some things in the update and some things in fixed update, because we want to change the speed of the rigid body every frame, and we cannot do it in update. We have to do it in fixed update. Don't ask me why. Look at the documentation, because I don't fully understand it. But if you do physics every frame, you should do it in the fixed update. So here in the control update, let's find the moving direction. So find move direction. So first, the horizontal axis will be equal input get axis horizontal, and then same for vertical. Uh, so like I said in the past, these values will be -1, 0, or 1, and they don't go instantly from -1 to 1 or to 0. Um, they go over a period of time, but quite fast. So it might seem instant, but it's not instant. So now that we have this, let's create a direction. So vector uh, direction. But why don't we just do that here with the vector 3 direction? Okay, and then in here that becomes a new vector 3. For the x-axis, so that's the horizontal axis here. Then on the y we don't care, and then vertical on the z-axis, because that's forward and backwards. That's the direction, and this will, we don't need to normalize this, because this is a vector 3 of a magnitude 1, so magnitude means the size of the vector. And now actually that's in here we can just enable the animation. The physics you have to do it in fixed updates. So let's enable animation, moving animation. So it's moving becomes true, and then animator set it's moving becomes the bool from our script. So now we enabled the animation, but not like this. We have to say here we do this if we are moving. So if this is different than 0, and or actually the or operator, so or vertical axis is different than 0. So in other words, if we are moving, then we do this here. Else, oh, if you are not moving, we say false, and then update that parameter on the animator to enable the transition. So that's what we need for update. And in here we might also have to rotate the player towards the direction it is moving. I have to think how to do that. But first, let's make another function. And in here, so set velocity of rigid body, so RP linear, velocity is moving direction times move speed. So that's everything. Uh, we can now add this function in update and the other one in fixed update. And now we should be able to move, but the player does not rotate towards um, a certain direction. So let me see Unity rotate towards the direction. Rotate towards. Let's see that. So let's see. Rotate towards. Um, okay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, so vector 3. Okay. Hmm. There must be a way, a simple way to do this. I know a way, but I don't think it's ideal. Okay, let's see. Rotate. Rotate. Because I was thinking maybe to create a case for each. I don't know. This looks. They're not really answering my questions. Okay, I'm not sure. So let's do it the not ideal way. Okay. So let's make a function here. Rotate toward moving direction. Okay. And in here we just make a bunch of cases. Or there must be a way to do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, Unity loop at certain direction. Okay. Oh, okay. So we can use the lookup. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that might work. Um, and the question now is, where do we do this? Um, when do we do this exactly? Because I don't want to do this every frame. Okay. That's sorry, just a little bit difficult because we don't want to do this every frame. We want to do it once when we change direction. Okay. Let's do it every frame, see if that works, but I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Okay, so let's do that here in the update. So let's see here, rotate towards moving direction. And here we use this position and then plus, and we create a vector tree here. Um, so new vector tree, and then horizontal axis 0 on the y, and then vertical, or actually not 0. Oh yes, 0. Okay, that's good. And if we do this, we'll rotate it every frame, which is not ideal, but let's see if it is a problem. I don't know. Okay, let's see. But first, let's give it a move speed in the script. So let's add it first, then give it some value. Okay, let's see how this looks. So right now we should be in the idle. Seems to work. Oh, what the? Yes, so now we have an issue, and that issue is the camera rotates with the wizard, and we don't want that. Yes, so instead we'll have to make a script, script so that the camera, so the camera will no longer be a child of the wizard. We'll just make a script that will place the camera exactly where it needs to be. So let's see that. How do we do that? Okay. So we need the reference of the camera here. So public transform camera transform. Okay. And every frame we want to place the camera about wizard. So here we just say camera transform position. We only care about the position. Transform correctly. And now we have to compare it with our wizard. So let's open a calculator here. Calculator. Now the wizard is on 0 on the Z, and the camera is on minus. So that will be that. But for the Y, we need to calculate that. So it is 1 axis minus 1, so 961. So it will be transform position, but plus new vector 3. And on the X we don't care, so 0. On the Y we want this here, but I don't know if it is positive or negative. Let's see that. Oh, yes, it is positive. Okay, so that's the value for the y, and the z will be exactly this value here, and we can play with that later. And this will place the camera where it needs to be without rotating with the wizard, because now it's not a child of the wizard. So now I have to go to our script and just drag that camera to our script. And let's see, this time we should not see any rotation of the camera. And we'll have to think of a way to make that rotation. Yeah, you see now this, it works. It works pretty well actually. You see. But is it me or is this guy floating here? Wait. Is this guy floating actually? Yes, he's floating for some reason. Okay. Why is he floating? Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I made a mistake. So here when we set the velocity, we want to also maintain the velocity on the y-axis. Okay. If we do this, it will be 0 on the y-axis every time, and we want to maintain the one from the rigid body. So instead, we'll place this here with a new. Actually, let me delete all of it. So the direction will be a new vector 3, and then move direction x. Let's see how I did that first actually. Yes, so x here, linear velocity y. Can I get it? No. Linear velocity. That's interesting. Why can I just access it? Yes, I can actually. Okay, so the y, we maintain it, and then that this will be the direction. Then we multiply it, and this time it should not be floating. And this guy will also have a, because I want to have different characters with different abilities. So we'll have a script for the behavior and a script with the stats that all of the characters have in common, and we'll call that player. But first let's test and see if this works. And is our friend here in the where is our friend? Okay, she's not here, I think. Yeah, she's not here. I don't know what she's doing. Okay, so you see now it works pretty well. Seems to be working pretty well. But I feel like yeah, he's still not. Is he still floating? Let's see. Let's zoom in on that. What? Wait, what? I don't know what happened, man. Okay. Yes, he is still floating for some reason. Uh, So let's look into that again. We want to maintain the y, we do that. Okay, let's first go to the platform here, make sure the collider on this is, I'm not sure if this collider is correctly. Okay, let's try this first before we go further. Change it to convex. I'm not sure what this does. Still floating, still the same issue. Okay. Uh, so let's reverse that, I guess. Oh, let's reverse that. Okay. Here maybe in a rigid body, let's also freeze positions. We don't want this to interact. Let's try it again. And if it doesn't turn, then it must be from the script. Okay, so that doesn't allow us to move it at all. We don't want to move on the Y. Let's just freeze the Y. Actually, yeah, now it works. Okay, it worked now. Works pretty well. Let's give this guy a weapon now. So let's go to our assets and import a weapon. So let's see if I have something in here. Uh, low poly. Let me see that in the assets. But also we have to think. You see here we rotate it every frame. I don't know how good, how expensive this is. I'd like to do it just once when we change direction. Uh, so maybe after we change the direction, we save it, and then I don't know. We have to think of a way to fix that. Not this one. Okay. Another asset. I should have. Not pixel. Let's see. I don't know. Sort. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have an asset for that, so we have to go here and see stuff for a scepter. How did it go? Let's see. Three. Yeah, this here looks nice. Sorry, I have a cold. Sorry for your comment. I have to log in. Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot the password. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me try to log in with my Google. I forgot my password. Yeah, I'm not sure what the password is. So sorry, 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, sorry about this. I forgot my password. Hmm. That's interesting. How it? Okay. Well, sorry about this. Unfortunately, I forgot my password. uh, so 1 second, please. I'll stop the recording 1 second, and I'll be right back.